Well, hello there, it's Ina here and welcome to my art room. I will begin today's project with a piece of watercolor paper, a pencil and an eraser, and I will start by sketching out a very simple dandelion design. This video is of course part of the 4-core art challenge, so when I'm done with my process, I will show you all the entries I received for the July challenge, and then towards the end of the video I will give you the new challenge for the month of August. Now this dandelion design is part of something on my bucket list. Something rather simple and doable, but I won't give it away yet. I'll let you guess for a little while, but you will see later on. Now, dandelions are definitely some of my favorite flowers. They're also very easy to draw or to paint. And this image will be part of a larger art journal page because this is a two-dimensional challenge. Now I know that the leaves of dandelions look very different to the ones I am drawing here, but I just prefer this look. And I'm not going for reality, as you can tell by me adding these circles. You will be able to follow the steps I take here very easily. So like always, I will turn you over to some music. Anything you need to know will be in the captions, but I will talk to you when needed, definitely by the end of my process here. Enjoy, and I will be back in just a wee bit. So I finished the background, and as you can see, I actually pulled out my ruler, which is a tool I use very sparingly. But in this case, I needed some straight lines. And first I do them in pencil, and I think it's a bit hard for you to see what I'm doing. That's why this part goes pretty fast. But as soon as I ink everything in, you might get an inkling to where I am heading. So, did you figure it out yet? The piece I just added is also the last letter of the word. One T, then an a second T, a third T, a O, and a second O. Tattoo, that's right, that's on my bucket list. I always wanted to get a tattoo. And the design of the dandelions would be my choice, minus the colors. Those are added just to make this art journal page a bit more interesting. More about the tattoo later on. So here's my completed journal page. It's nice and sturdy the way I like to work. The holes are of course here so it can become part of my art folder. And here one more time a close-up of my dandelion drawing. I love the watercolor effects on it, and I think it sits in nice contrast to the rather simple background and the very bold black lettering. Now I had fun laying out this word tattoo in this way, and I know it might be a bit hard to read first time around, but I believe that if you once see it, you can unsee it. So I like the way it fits together. I picked up the word again over here with some textured medium-sized letters, and then I wrote it one more time rather small as well. So between all the black outlining, including the word multiple times, and to illustrate what's on my bucket list, I think I fulfilled the challenge. Now I always like the symbolism of dandelions. I love the simplicity of the flower. I also like that it's basically black and white, which I think is really fun to use in a tattoo because it doesn't need colors to look right. For most flowers I think colors make it better, but for dandelion black is just enough. So I wanted to get a tattoo, as I said, for a very long time, and I wanted something simple and yet very much me, so I made my own design and I went ahead and got this tattoo done. My kids encouraged me to go for it, as this has been on my mind for a while. I have been talking about it and I have procrastinated on it, and they're right. They said if not now, then when? So yes, I went ahead and got my tattoo done just a few weeks ago, and of course I want to show it to you. And here it is. Yes, I put it right here on my forearm. I thought that was a good placement because I want to enjoy it too. I don't want to put it somewhere where I cannot see it well. So here it is. I like the way it fits on my arm. I think the artist did a good job. It's simple, it's very clear, and yeah, I'm very happy with it. So here is my bucket list fulfilled, and you will most likely see it often in my upcoming videos. Alright, so that brings me to the lineup of all of your entries. They're coming up right now, so please take your time and check out all the details. It's very interesting and I know you will enjoy it. Again, we had a lovely lineup, and it looks to me that traveling for many of you is definitely on your bucket list, and I really hope that you all get to see those places you always wanted to visit, and that traveling will be safer in the near future. Anything you have on your bucket list is worth doing sooner than later. Life is short and we do not know what the future holds. Anyway, I know what August will hold for us, because we will of course have another 4-core art challenge. Now, if you are new to the art challenges, please go below in my description box. Just follow the link to my intro video, and there you will find all the details you need to play along. It's all very simple. Again, a big thank you to all of you artists who participated, and I really hope everyone will join in again for this month's challenge. So the theme for August is musical instruments, and you can work 2 or 3 dimensional. The instrument could be your main focal point, or it could play out more in the background. You can go very realistic. You can also go abstract. Remember Marc Chagall's violin playing goat. So there's lots of opportunity for imagination. If you go 3-dimensional, you can alter an instrument, you can make an instrument, you can incorporate an instrument into an assemblage. Lots of different possibilities. So let me give you just a couple ideas. I pulled out a few things from my stash. I have an old flute. Maybe you have a flute. They can be decorated with fabric or fibers. They can be painted. You could add all kinds of dangles and embellishments. If you go the route of making your own instrument, you know, you can make box guitars, you can make drums. Those could be nicely decorated. Or maybe you have a miniature instrument. Many have small guitars. You've seen them decorated. I found this little cello here. I also have a Christmas decoration of a violin. Like I said, the instrument can be your main focal point, but it also could be just part of your creation, especially if you use something a bit smaller like this. I even have a tiny little electric guitar on a stand. I have a jewelry piece. It's a saxophone. You can also use images. If you work 2-dimensional, aside from painting or drawing your own version, you can use ready-made pictures like these are laminated and printed. I'm not really sure where I got these, but they show different instruments. You can definitely find those on the internet. You could print them. But even magazine pictures or photos or images from books may have an instrument. Like, I love this one, the dad sitting on the porch playing his banjo to his son. So this could be incorporated into a collage, etc. So lots of options, and keep it simple. If you do not have anything like this, you could definitely find images here and there. The dollar store also sells small little guitars and other type of instruments. So that's that. Part 2 would be to include some music notes. Again, it could be way in the background, or it could be more major. It could be 2 or 3-dimensional. So I picked out a few examples. I have these tiny little charms here of notes and music keys. Maybe you have something like this floating around. I have a little die cut of music notes. I have a stencil with music notes. Maybe you have a stamp. And then, of course, there are always sheet music. Now, this one even has a picture of a piano, so this could work as an image as well. Let's see, here too, there's a guy blowing his trombone that could be included in a collage. Yeah, and just generally sheet music. You can absolutely draw or paint your notes. And again, as I said, it could be way in the background. It doesn't have to be a lot, but it should be somewhere included. And then for part 3 would be to include some flowers. Again, 2 or 3-dimensional, whatever fits your project. I pulled out a few examples. I have some really tiny ones here. I have some bigger craft flowers. I also have some jewelry pieces that are flowers. And I think these are also from earrings. They're a little bit smaller. Some craft flowers. This one too is a metal embellishment. Yeah, things like this. Again, you can also just paint or draw them. You can absolutely collage them. This is taken, I don't know, I think from a calendar. There are some die cuts of flowers. I have a little stencil of flowers. Maybe you have stamps. Then, of course, you can find all kinds of flowers in magazine. This is one with garden images. So lots of flowers available. Again, like with all the other things, it's your choice if you want to make it prominent or you want to just put them in the background. So that the theme is musical instrument, 2 or 3 dimensional. Please add some notes somewhere, add some flowers somewhere. And number 4, name your creation and put it on a separate little sign that you will post next to it when you take your photo. We have done this before. Here I just went for the title, The Singing Violin, but of course whatever you want to put there depends on what you create and what fits and what you like to call it. So those are the 4 parts of our August 4 Core Art Challenge. It's a musical one, yes, but even if you're not musically inclined, it's very much an art project, and so you can take it in whichever direction you want. How you want to interpret the musical instrument, if it's just showing it or having it be part of a bigger picture, like part of a collage that depicts something completely different, like a landscape or house. That's completely up to you. There's no limit there, so lots and lots of possibilities. So please play along. Like always, you will have time until the end of August to send your photos to my email. All the points, the 4 core elements that we will all include, will be again posted at the end of this video and below in my description box for your reference. So that's all I had for today. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for playing along in these challenges. I always look forward to the next one, and I hope you do too. I see you soon again, latest by next Friday. Stay well and creative, and bye bye for now.